Wow, it has been such a day. What a day. Playing Animal Crossing, getting my house paid off, doing all this stuff, getting all this stuff built, and then going online and seeing that, as we predicted, Suda51 is indeed making a announcement 1 month after the final Travis Strikes Again DLC, exactly as we expected. So exactly as we predicted. So we're gonna see. Oh, is it going? Okay, not quite yet. I think. Oh no, there he is. There he is. Wow, perfect timing. Wow, it's Suda. Oh, a surprising amount of people showed up. MomoCon. I don't even know what this is, but Suda's there, so I don't really care.
This is a very small chair made for a very, very small person. You know what? Let's switch chairs. I'm not kidding anybody here. Like, I know how big I am. Let's make everybody comfortable.
Who are these guys? Okay.
The chair broke on stage, right? All right. I mean, where can we start? So, Susan, we've done this before. Welcome back. Welcome to sunny, hot Atlanta, Georgia.
前にはやったことあるんですけれども、もうようこそまた新しい。
I'm definitely going to have to think of going to these conventions because.
And yeah, I'm really happy to be here.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, I'll be back. Wow, thanks so much. いや前回もすごいたくさんの人が来てくれて、今回もすごい盛り上がって本当嬉しいたくさんの人が来てくれて。
So last time we had tons of people come out, and I was really happy to see you all here. And I see that there's a lot of people.
I wish I could be there, Suda.
All right, so here's the thing. We only have 90-ish minutes, so I want to get
90-ish minutes
first.
Okay.
For anyone who kind of came, was like, oh, I've heard of Suda-san. I don't really.
I am watching it on Twitch. Here, I'll give you the link.
Of where Suda-san started.
I definitely need to get this set up so I can actually show footage. I was kind of blindsided by this announcement, honestly. I do not have time to figure out how to get this to work the way I want it to. But anyway. It's not a big deal, really. Ports of the No More Heroes games. A brief history when Suda invented video games with Killer 7. This chat's going to be great.
And I do a lot of things. I run a company called Grasshopper, which you guys might know. And I write stories. I do all sorts of really cool stuff for that. So yeah.
So, all right. You mentioned Grasshopper. Obviously, there's some Grasshopper fans out there, right?
Yeah.
I was like, they kind of glanced over. I was like, oh, it's kind of a big deal. Anybody familiar with Silvercase?
Yeah. That needs to be ported. Once that's ported, one.
I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who's new. Can we briefly go over
this guy's a fan? He sounds like a fan.
Titles that Suda-san worked on?
須田さんがもう仕事をしていた最初的な最初のタイトル軽く洗いしていただければ。一番最初
I'm shocked that Suda doesn't speak English.
僕プロレスゲームでこの業界に
He still needs a translator.
ファイアプロレスというゲームを作りました。これがこの3がデビュー作です。
So one of my first games was a pro wrestling game called Superfire Pro Wrestling. I worked on that.
Oh, thank you. これが今から26年前ですね。ちょうど四半世紀前に作りました。
So that was 26 years ago when I made this game. So like a nice, good, even 25, 26, yeah.
So that's a long run in this industry, a long run. Let's kind of hop forward now. We got everyone. Suda has had a long, illustrious career. We've seen it from the very beginning. We've seen gaming evolve over the years, going from what was the current standard to now. I mean, recently, obviously,
yeah, maybe
is back. Is the Travis fans out there? Where they at?
I don't think I've ever seen a game developer speak English.
Yeah.
Ever.
Travis Strikes Again. I'm excited about that one. So. I don't know. Let's see, guys. You guys want to see Travis in Smash? Is that
Travis and Smash.
スマッシュはね、本当にね、そう簡単に。
Oh no! I hope they didn't show up just for that. Travis and Smash.
まあ一つ発表があるんですけども、みんな勘違いしないとスマッシュのことじゃないから。So sorry for Smash Brothers, it's not entirely our decision. So you know. Yeah, sorry. But
so what he's saying is that if you guys really want it, then you guys need to tweet all the time and just the same way you guys were doing with Waluigi, just keep tweeting about it. keep going. Who knows? Who knows what can happen there?
But he also did want to add that we do have an announcement today that you're going to hear. But it isn't that Travis is not in Smash. That's not the announcement.
Oh. Oh, I hope people don't leave.
All right. So let's go into. I know that there are a few things. I know there are a few things that are upcoming. A few things that we wanted to go through. I'd really like to first ask because I think this is very important.
Liberation
Maiden. There are a
Maiden.
lot of future game developers out there. There are a lot of current, starting game developers out there. If you could give, thinking back at the beginning of your career, if you could give one bit of advice and say, hey, this helped me, what would you give out to those newer game developers out there?
今日はいろんな話をするんですけれども、やっぱり自分が開発始めた頃にこれをしておけば、
So yeah, we're going to get a new game.
みたいな、まあアドバイスが。
I was expecting an announcement. I wasn't expecting an interview. This is kind of interesting.
場合は、まあ学校出てすぐこの業界に入ったわけじゃなくて、まあいろんな仕事をしたんですよね。田舎から東京という大都市に出てきて。でなかなか仕事もこう決まった仕事に就けず、いろんな仕事をしました。不動産屋の仕事もしたりとか、テレフォンアポイントの仕事をしたりとか、あと営業で家に回って電話を売る仕事とか、本当にもうなんていうんですかね、華やかな仕事じゃない仕事をたくさんしたんですよね。で、ゲーム界に入る直前は葬儀屋をやったりとか、いろんな仕事の経験をしたことが結果的にはすごく身になって、だけど、それはもう僕にとっての武器だったんですよ。やっぱその仕事のスキルっていうものが、他の人たちは、たくさんの仕事をしたわけじゃないので、ある意味仕事、業務をこなしていくっていうのかな。
The translator's having to take notes because it's going on so long.
それを誰も早くこなすみたいなスキルは多分自分には早くついたんですけども、ただ、プログラムの勉強ってものは自分はなかったので、もっとプログラムの知識があれば、
Who does this translate? Does he work for Grasshopper?
ちょっと真面目なね、回答ですね。So before I joined the game industry, I did a lot of jobs. I kind of went around and did all sorts of different things. I worked in real estate for a little bit. I went around to houses kind of selling phones. I was a phone salesman. And I think, especially for me as someone who kind of came from the country to the city, having all these experiences was a really valuable thing when I finally entered the industry.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of people who are in the game industry had basically
Dude is baked, by the way. He has do lots of different things. Don't specialize.
Inspiration.
Don't get worked up over what you want to do.
So I think first that was something that was really important.
Because all experience is valuable.
One thing that I didn't have though was a lot of the people who worked in the game industry had programming experience, and I didn't. So that was one thing that I really wish I had when I started out, just being a better programmer and knowing more about that sort of side of things.
So I have a question that kind of leads in with that. So because of the way that Susan started, when you started, you were working with that first game had an incredibly small team. It was like 10 people. So what was the difference between working with a...
I hear it's really, really hard to translate this live. I was hearing stories about how Marie Kondo's translator is paid a ton just to go on stage with her during these live shows and do these on the spot translations. I hear it's really, really difficult.
今そういう経験、いろんな人たちがいろんななんていうか、クロスで仕事をやっていて、それと違って今結構でかいゲームがもう何百人、何千人になるかもしれません。そういう違いをちょっと教えていただけますか？I
listen to so many Japanese interviews. I'm starting to pick up on certain words. It's just, yeah.
コンディションっていうんですかね。彼らがすごく健康的に仕事をしているのか、 で表情を見ながら、今ちょっと悩みがあるんじゃないかっていうのは小規模だと。
Travis and Mario Kart 9.
だけど100になるともうそれがわからない。みんなが何を考えてちょっと、ね、悩んでることがあるのか問題点あるのかみたいなことがもう現場の雰囲気から全然わからなくなってくるっていうのがやっぱり大きなチームなので、そこはすごくスタイルが全く違って、もっとパートで部署ごとにそういったことがまあ行われる感じなので、僕自身がディレクターとしてみんなのコンディションが分かるっていうのは多分本当に20人ぐらいまでなのかなっていうのが自分の経験ですね。
So, in terms of developing conditions, when you have a small team, you can kind of know what everybody's feeling. You can walk into the office and kind of immediately look at people's faces.
I do the same way.
People are like, really like they're feeling bad or they're feeling upbeat or they're into this thing. So being able to kind of read all of the people you're working with, I think is a really important thing. When you come to larger teams, like when you get like 100 plus, there's kind of no way to know exactly what everybody is thinking and how everybody's working. So it becomes these kind of little pockets of different kind of development and then everything kind of being in its own little section. So I think for me, like I like having a small team, maybe a maximum of 20 people. So that way I'm always kind of familiar with who I'm working with and what they're feeling.
Yeah. I would do the same thing.
We briefly mentioned Travis earlier. Obviously, you guys Travis fans out there? Yes.
Yeah, we are. Travis fans.
Travis Strikes Again being, so close to the re-release that happened. What is his feeling right now around there? Obviously, being so much hype around Travis, the resurgence of introducing it not only to the newer gamers who may not have previously been fans and known about it, and now just seeing this huge spike of people and interest in that character and that franchise.
トラビス・ストライクスゲームは最近発売されまして、でいろんな人たち、前からトラビスのゲームを遊んでいたファンもいますし、あと新しいファンもたくさんいると思います。で、やっぱりそういう、今このゲームが発売されて、いろんな人が知ってる、トラビスを知るようになって、好きになるようになって、そういうことを見て、スーさんはどう思いますか、感想。
そうですね。まずみんなトラビス・ストライクス・アゲインプレイした人いるのかな？
Can I ask who here has played Travis Strikes Again?
Wow! Oh, thank you so much. Oh, ありがとうございます。
Oh, thank you so much for playing my game.
みんな満足してくれた人手を挙げてもらえるかな。
So next, everybody who enjoyed it, who liked the experience, raise your hand.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I love Travis. Yeah. Plenty of people like the game. Like the people who hated Travis Strikes Again never actually played it. I've always said that. This seems to be proof of that.
Critic score is really high, so thanks to all of you guys for that.
いや、トラビスは気にしないって言ってるんだけど、俺はちょっと気にしてるんで。
So Travis himself doesn't really care about Metacritic scores, but Suda kind of does.
若いファンの人たちも今回値段がすごくね買いやすくなってるから、多分ね多くの人が買ってくれてるんじゃないかなと思ってるし、若いファンの人たちもねぜひモバイルヒーローズのシリーズのきっかけになるタイトルになったと思います。
So we made the price point of this game much lower than a lot of other titles. So we thought it would make it more accessible to younger gamers and like let more people buy it. So I think this would be really nice to be a good entry point for people who want to get into the Travis Strikes, Travis universe and Travis multiverse and Travis universe.
あとは、実はグラスホッパー20周年記念タイトルっていう意味合いで僕も作ったので、多分ねファンの皆さんには懐かしいキャラクターがたくさん登場したと思うんですよね。なんかそういう自分たち自身もファンの人たちに恩返しできるような、なんかそんなゲームになったんじゃないかなと思います。
So Grasshopper has been around for 20 years. As of last year, it was our 20-year anniversary. And I think one thing that I kind of want to do was make this our 20-year anniversary title, like something that really kind of summed up what we've done. And for that purpose, we put a lot of nostalgic characters and we put a lot of things that we think the fans really liked in the past and things that I liked working on in the past as well. So for me, in a lot of sense, this is a way for me to pay back all of our fans for their support over the years.
でちょうどセブンデイズパッチっていうのが当てた時にキラーセブンのダン・スミスが登場したんだけども、多分みんな喜んでくれたと思います。どうかな。
Like for example, on the seventh day patch, we had Killer 7's Dan Smith join in, and I hope everybody enjoyed that. Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. That was amazing. Holy shit.
カプコンが協力的にキラーセブンのコラボをね今回実現してくれたので、本当にみんなへのなんか恩返しになったんじゃないかなという気がします。
Yeah, so and there's like collaborations coming with the Killer 7 now as well. So I was hoping those sorts of things would make you guys all happy as fans. So
yeah, definitely. That was honestly probably like the hypest thing I've ever seen.
You know what else makes fans happy? When they see things, when they have visual things, and I believe that Suda brought a few things before the announcement. This isn't the announcement.
Okay, they're talking about the announcement. They're teasing it. There is an announcement. It's better not just be an announcement of like, oh, we're going to show something at E3. Pulling a Square Enix or an Atlas.
ちょっと発表の前に
Yeah, we're going to announce an announcement of an announcement. Announcement
So yeah,
section.
before we get to our announcement, we'd like to kind of look back a little bit at Travis Strikes Again and kind of show you some cool stuff about it and talk about it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I love Travis Strikes Again. You know, I'm happy to hear this. I'm being genuine when I say I love this game. Travis talks again.
はい、じゃあ次のページお願いします。
That's what it's called?
Next page,
Okay.
please.
はい。まあ、ストーリーアイデア。これね、最初の本当企画書ですね。企画書で作った画像です。
So
はい。
this was the first, like, our entire, like, the project planning. This is the first thing that we made for it. Just, this is how we.
はい。
So the death ball was that early on. It was.
一番最初にこうデスマーク2が出てきたんですか？
デスライマックス。いや、とにかく、その通り、ビデオゲームの世界に入るために、やっぱりゲーム機が必要だと思って、デスライブというね、ゲーム機が実現しました。
So yeah, like right off the bat, we wanted like a game that you get sucked into and you play into. So that's kind of what we had up there.
で、まあ、デスボールを6つ集めると、最初7個だったんだけども、7個ってちょっとなんか、数字的に変えた方がいいのかなと思ったので、デスボール6個を集めると願い事が叶うという斬新なアイデアを考えました。
So at first we had the idea of seven of these to put in, but that was kind of like a little bit a lot. And then we kind of came up with this idea that, hey, if you collect all of these, these ball-shaped game cartridges, a wish of yours would be granted. And that was a completely original idea, by the way.
まあ、竜の神様じゃなくて虎の神様が出るっていう誰も考えたことない。
So not like a dragon god, like maybe like a tiger god. Completely original.
Totally original content. Totally original content. Of course, yeah.
Oh, that's great. Man, I wish I was there. I do. Man.
はい、キャラクターはですね、今回はもちろんメインキャラクターは小崎祐介小崎がデザインしてくれたんですけども、それ以外のキャラクターがイギリスにいるアーティスト、今リバプール在中なんですけども、ボンフェイスという、彼がデザイン全部してくれました。
So the main character of Travis was designed by Kozaki Yusuke, who was designed that character. All the other characters were designed by a British artist who's currently living in Liverpool by the name of Boneface.
Really? I didn't know that.
彼のアートが僕大好きで、ボンフェイスと
In the original?
メールをしたんですけども、そしたら彼がうちのゲームのことを知っていてくれて、ああいう一緒に仕事しようよって言ってくれて、それですぐ実現しました。
So I really liked his art, and I kind of like sent him an email like, "Hey, you want to do something together?" And apparently he was a fan of our game as well, or my game as well. So he was like, "Yeah, sure, let's do something." And that's kind of how it happened.
I think one of the major things I just don't want to glance over that with the characters in the franchise is I feel like fans of the franchise have always found a certain degree of relatability to the characters that are in the franchise, in that they see that it's not just the cookie cutter, like, hey, everyone's exactly the same, and the diversity in these characters has always stood out. And I think that's something that the fans have always appreciated, right?
やっぱりキャラが、スーさんがもう作るキャラが、やっぱり構成がありまして、あと、そしてなんか親身感も感じられるんですが、その正統派っていうなんかこう、どこにでもあるようなキャラではなくて、やっぱりなんか面白いキャラを作ってくれるのは、やっぱりスーさんの。
ありがとう。そうだね、他のゲームには登場しないキャラクターを作ろうと毎回考えてるんで。
I also come up with I try to think of game, characters that have never showed up for anything before when I pick up my games, so.
まあ、特に今回人気が一番あるのはドッペルゲンガーというちょっとカンバービッチに似てるキャラクターがいるんですけども、まあ、彼がすごく人気ですね。なのでこの後何か、彼のキャラクターを大事にしていきたいなと思ってます。
Like one of the characters I really liked and was very popular this time was the character of Doppelganger, who is over there, and so because the reaction was went so well, I was thinking maybe I'd like to really care about him in the future and bring him to other things potentially.
Oh, nice. Interesting.
Is that officially considered a leak? What is that? Is that a leak?
なんかそれネタバレですか？
No, 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 no. まあ機会があれば
just thinking about it. Just, you know.
Yeah, it's out there in the universe. Okay.
Next. Yeah. はい。まあ、これがデスドライブマーク2というゲーム機で、まあ、デザインさっき見てもらったと思うんですけども、まあ、最高のデザインができたんじゃないかなと思います。
So this is the Death Drive Mark II, and I think you saw it in the very first slide I showed, but it pretty much just kind of ended up that way.
はい。で、まあ、このゲーム機によってトラビスがゲームの世界に入っていて、6つのゲームの世界にトラビスが入ります。
So through the Death Drive Mark II, there's 6 game kind of cartridges that you get, and when you put them into the game console, then you get sucked into that game.
Yes, I'm aware of this. I've played the game, Suda.
Next slide, please.
で最初のゲーム、はい、これがエレクトリックサンダータイガー2というゲームですね。で、これの、ディレクターズカット版、皆さん多分ゲーム中でオープニングの PV を見てもらったと思うんですけども、これのディレクターズカット版がありますので、ちょっと見てもらいましょうか。
So the first game is the Electric Thunder Tiger 2, and I think if you all played the game, you saw that before when the game starts up, there's a little bit like a little PV, a little promotional video that starts for it. But we've actually got the director's cut for you here today, so we're going to show that now.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay.
お願いします。
They still have unreleased content for this? Wow, okay.
3 years since tragedy struck. Electric Speed City has suddenly been covered in darkness. It seems to be the second coming of the blackout 3 years ago. The city is currently being kept under full quarantine by the military and with absolutely no information released.
One man rises up once again.
It seems as though the machine has begun losing control underground once again. All power supplies have been cut off, and the city has plunged into a below zero.
At this rate, the residents have only about 72 hours to live.
Become Electro Triple Star and save his wife and daughter. To return light and hope to the city.
The
あり
city.
がとうございます。Thank you.
Okay.
これ実際に実装されているバージョンと違うのは、画面が綺麗な感じですね。画面が綺麗なの、実際に実装されているバージョンと違ってね。
So actually, the one that we have in the real game, it looks a lot prettier, but
で、この映像は神風動画という、皆さん知ってるかな、ポプテビビックとかっていうアニメがあって、まあ、それを制作しているスタジオなんですけども、彼らとは多分4回目ぐらいの仕事になりますね。
So the people who made this for us is this studio called Kamikaze Doga, who you might be familiar with Pop Tech. I can never say that word. Pop Tech.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Nailed it.
So it was our fourth project, our fourth collaboration with them, and they helped us with this.
じゃあ次行きましょうか。
Alright, next.
次のゲームの方に行きましょう。次の映像は、
Can we go
スクリーンがいいですかね。
next slide, please?
大丈夫かなjust a moment. ちょっと待ってね。
Experiencing great technical difficulties came this time. There we go.
Why can't this guy say the word epic? I don't understand that. Like some translator, he can't say an English word. I just,
スクリーン通りシート通りですね。じゃあこっち行きましょうか。はい。じゃあね、コーヒードーナツ行きましょう。
We're just kind of changing it as we go.
これはね、あんまりまあいいや、見ましょうみたいにね。
Alright, so not really much to say here. We're just going to go right into the director's cut video.
Volver is going to make it like Thunder Tiger 3.
これも PS1 の時の雰囲気を再現してます。
We're trying to go for the PS1 kind of feel, the era, that sort of style of game.
Coffee and donuts. Yeah, Life is Destroy is second, right? Why did they skip that one?
Nice polygons, right?
Soul. Madama Guillotine. I wish this was a real game. I really do. Looks awesome. Like, I think out of all of the baked games that Travis Strikes Again made up, I think Coffee and Donuts would be my favorite. You know, just because I like strategy RPGs. And it seems to have like an interesting idea behind it. Oh yeah, I love PS1 era cutscenes. Like, especially for stuff like Final Fantasy, that's great. I love PS1 aesthetics in general.
Oh, I don't know.
What do you think?
I thought you nailed PS1.
PS1 本当に
Yeah,
パーフェクトでした。
Yeah, nailed it.
今の時代でこのクオリティですけどすごく大変で、クオリティ上がっちゃうんですけど、どんどん下げて、
It's
も
actually
っと下げてくれって言うんです
it's really hard to actually make this sort of thing like now. Like the quality is really high, so we have to just keep like, no, make it worse, make it bad.
もっとカクカクしてくれって。
No, make it like really polygonal and just kind of ugly.
まあそんな感じで作りました。
That's how kind of what we were going for.
I think that's what they love, though. You guys love that, right?
はい。NEXT 行きましょう。
Next slide, please.
Just a moment. Just a moment.
So, guys, while they're getting that together, I am looking at the Twitter. Make sure you keep those questions coming in. I see a lot of good questions out there. So.
なんか今ツイートを見てていろんな面白い質問が来てますよ。
Life is Destroy. Okay.
一回じゃあ質問いく？どうする？
Like, what? Why does that name sound like Life is Strange? Like, what? Are they actually going to talk about that?
All right, here's a good one since we're Travis related. Wait, I want to read your tweet exactly how you wrote it, so you know I'm not just like making up questions. Another question with the music of Travis Strikes Again. It was great. What was the idea behind bringing DJs in for this game? And will there be more collaborations? Basically, they just want to know, like, bringing in the DJs for Travis Strikes Again, your music was rock star level. Is that something you plan on continuing to do in the future?
トラビス・スタイクス・ゲンでは DJ とコラボして音楽を作っていたと思うんですけども、最高でした。とにかく最高でした。で、それを、なぜそういう思いついたんですか、そういうアイディア。あと、またこれから将来にそういうコラボをやるつもりですか？
そうですね、今回 DJ アボさんという初めて、組む方で、彼もビデオゲームの音楽を始めたんですけども、なんかね、若い人たちと組みたかったんですよね。彼も多分まだ30代前半ぐらいなので、本当に新しい音楽を生み出すすごくパワーがあって、で、いろんなゲームを作るからこそいろんなタイプの音が欲しかったんですよね。それを彼がすごくいろんな実験的なことをしてくれて、今回音楽を作ってくれました。
So it was my first time trying teaming up with a DJ, and I wanted to work with younger, more kind of coming up musicians and people when I was making this project. And the person I worked with, he was in his early 30s, and he kind of had all these very experimental and interesting things that he was trying, and that was exactly what I wanted. I wanted a different kind of sound, a different sort of feel for every single track, and for him as well, it was the first time ever working on a game, so there was kind of a lot of really interesting energy there.
後でちょっと好きな曲が一曲あるので、それはその時に来たら聞きましょうか。
And there's one song in particular I really like, but when we come up to it, I'll talk about it.
はい。じゃあ、映像行きましょう。
All right, let's go back to the.
Are they taking questions? Oh, sweet.
これ完全
live? Yeah, I was not aware of that. I guess I could hit them up for questions.
So next up is Life is Destroy, and this is.
I don't know if there's anything I want to ask him.
That we didn't include in the final version of the game, so I hope you like it.
おっと。
Yeah. Like it a lot.
Die! Oh, fuck!
This guy. I love this intro so much. It's great. This is like everything I love about Suda, condensed in like one short clip. It's Japanese as fuck. I love it. Game of Death, the Bruce Lee movie that never got made. This is great. I love this. It's great.
Yeah. 実際、ありがとう。Thank you. 実際、ゲームに入ってるバージョンは首が飛ばなかったんですよね。
In the game itself, you didn't see his head pop off, but you know.
うん。なので、ちょっと任天堂に考慮して、ちょっと首飛ばさずにしました。
So we did like a lot of we had a lot of talks with Nintendo, and we ended up going what we did. So.
まあでも首飛んだバージョン僕大好きなので。
So Nintendo was involved with the project. I was kind of iffy on that. Like, okay.
ありがとう。じゃあ、まあこの時の撮影の思い出としては、ドッペルゲンガー持ってる武器があるんですよね。ワインオープナー。あれは特製で、ワインオープナーのこう、イガイガイがあって丸っこいなんですよ。あれを長く作ったんですよね。で、それをあれを2つ作るのに1個20万するんですよ。なので合計40万かかって。
Yeah, these trailers mostly have minor differences.
40万もったいないなって思ってます。
So when we were designing Doppelganger's character, he has those like special weapons, right? Those kind of really long wine opener swirly thingies, right? And to just make one of those, like it actually cost us somewhere around like $2,000. And then to make two, it was like $4,000. And you know, obviously it just shows up for like half a second. So man, that's kind of a lot of money for a little bit.
まあその後ワインオープナーでね、使おうと思っても長
That's a waste of money. Shit. I wouldn't do that.
I wanted to use it in the future, but it's kind of really long, so it's not actually that useful of a tool. So yeah.
Okay, next.
Next slide.
Right, but
$2,000, really?
There's a question, especially since you mentioned Nintendo. And they said with Travis Strikes Again being on the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch being motion control capable, could they see No More Heroes 1 and 2 possibly on the Switch?
今何が分かったの？スイッチで今トラビスが大人気なんだけれど、スイッチにはそのモーションコントロールがあるんじゃないですか。で、
確かにね。
Sure, why not?
それで、いつか1と2がスイッチに出てくるんじゃないかな。
どうなんだろう、出したらみんな買ってくれるのかな。
I don't know if I sell it. Will you guys buy it?
Definitely.
マーベラスと相
No
談
hesitation.
しようと思います。プラソッカーとマーベラスはね、IP 持ってるので、マーベラスの人たちはみんなノーマンヒーローズ大好きなので、ちょっとね、日本に帰ったら相談したいと思います。
So Marvelous actually has the IP rights to those, but Marvelous really does like No More Heroes. So when I get back to Japan, I'll start talking to them. We'll see what we can do.
よしよし、やって、はい。すごいな、この熱気はすごい。
Wow, you guys, I love the reactions here.
この熱気をマーベラスに伝えるから。
Yeah, I'll make sure Marvelous knows how much you guys want this. 私のお金を受け取れ
He's buying them for everyone.
よく。じゃあ、next。いや。OK、ゴールドドラゴン GP ですね。じゃあ、これもオープニング見てもらいましょうか。
So this is Golden Dragon GP. We'll start with the opening.
これ実装版とほぼ一緒ですね。
So this is actually really close to what you saw in the game itself.
まあ、よくできてるんで、かっこいいですよね。
I think it's really well done. I think it's pretty cool. So take watch.
で、このゲームの中に好きな曲が1曲あるので、ちょっと PV 見てもらった後に曲も聴いてもらいたいなと思います。
There's I really like a song from this as well. So once we're done with the video, we'll play a little bit of that song.
And some people really like Golden Dragon GP, and I don't know why. I mean, I liked it just fine, but it wasn't like my favorite by any means. This is going on a bit longer than I was expecting. So that can be taken as conversation. We are not going to get an announcement of No More Heroes 1 and 2 ports today. So it is going to be something else. That's going to be something.
So I think this is really cool, like whole video. Actually, only one person can be possible.
小川さん何さんでしたっけ？
What was his name?
名前忘れちゃった。
I forgot his name. Sorry.
ちょ
What
っ
was
と
his
後
name?
で調べたら出てくるんで。そう、もともとこういうベクタースキャンの映像を作ったことがある方で、こういうテイストがすごく得意な方なんですよね。で、彼に依頼をしたら、また新しいスタイルの映像を作ってくれました。
So I forgot his name actually. If you guys Google it, it'll probably come up. But there's actually a person. He's really good at making vector scan kind of videos like this, and he's somebody who's kind of really into that. So I asked him, and he managed to do it. But I did specify I want something that's new, something that hasn't really been done before. So he came up with this like new style displaying.
で、好きな曲ちょっと1曲出したいんですけれども、四畳半の部屋の曲を出せると嬉しいなと思ってるんですけど、その間にちょっと質問コーナーに行きましょうか。
So I'd like you guys to listen to one of the songs from this. It's my favorite, and it's kind of a Tatami Galaxy style song. But before we do that, maybe let's take a question.
This is a big question. It's come up a few times. Will we ever see Juliet Starling again?
Juliet!
ジュレット。
今わかりました。
わかったわかった。ジュレットスタイルのゲームだよね。
まだ出てくるか
Oh my
god. もちろん、すごくそういう声がたくさんあって、こればっかりはその権利が IP がワーナーブラザーズと角川っていう、まあ本当ビッグな、アメリカと日本のビッグな出版社2社が持ってるんですよ。なので、グラスホッパーが作りたくてもなかなか手が出せない。
Lollipop Chainsaw.
でも、いつか作りたいですし、作るならやっぱりジェームズ・ガンと一緒に作りたいなと思ってます。まあ彼が今すごく、ね、もちろん。
I don't like Lollipop Chainsaw at all, but I really, really do like Juliet. I think she's, I like her as a protagonist. There's like nothing wrong with her, like, from a character's perspective. It's entirely like just, Lollipop Chainsaw isn't that good of a game to begin with. That's my problem with her. It has nothing to do with her. It has everything to do with the game.
James. So one thing I really would like to, and I see that a lot of people, I get this question often, like, are you going to make a game with her? And she's a really popular character. I'd like to, but the IP is owned by Kadokawa and by Warner Brothers, two kind of really big companies, both in the US and Japan. So it's not entirely my decision, but I really do want to do it. And so maybe one day when there's a chance. And James, I'm sorry, I didn't hear his last name. James Gunn. Everybody knows, yes.
James Gunn. James Gunn worked on that game. No wonder it sucks.
Maybe when he's finished on things like
what did he do for that?
Squad, and he's got like a moment we can sit down and maybe have a chat.
All right, so I'm not going to read this one verbatim because I lost the tweet, but I remember the gist of it. It was a canon question. They want to know. So because of, I don't want to spoil anything, so I got to think of how I'm going to phrase this. Because of certain things that happened in Travis Strikes Again with Killer 7, is that considered canon now moving forward?
Okay.
TSA で、キル7関係のことが起こりまして、
Yeah, we need to hear this.
正統派のストーリーになるんですが、またキャノンってわかりますか？
The deepest lore.
そういう今その正解はこういうは事実であるんですか？
事実であります。もちろんです。同時並行の世界にいるので、みんな共存してます。同じ世界になります。
So yeah, it's like the same world, and this is something that has happened. So it is a fact. It is part of canon.
Okay. Yeah. So there were people telling me that wasn't the case, but yeah.
There might be a crossover at some point, but like I'll have to think about it, it'll percolate, and we'll see.
Crossover, please make the crossover happen. I've been wanting this for years. The crossover to surpass Infinity War. Just make it happen.
よくみんながなんだっけ、マーベルユニバースみたいなことを言ってくれるんですけども、スダバースみたいなことも言ってくれるので、スダバースの世界を作ろうかなって。
Yeah, he wrote it. Yeah, I did not remember James Gunn wrote that.
The Sudaverse as well. I can bring that up.
Oh, the Sudaverse? That's what they're calling it now? They are officially calling it the Sudaverse? Oh, man.
じゃあ曲いきますか?
All right, let's move on to the song.
Okay, so what I was getting at, James Gunn is just not funny. Like, I forgot he wrote Lollipop Chainsaw. I knew he was some Hollywood guy, but I just didn't care. Like, I played Lollipop Chainsaw, not funny at all. Just is not good. Yeah.
Japanese folk song in Golden Dragon GP. We go into like a small little tatami room. This is Good song, right?
It's so good. I love this song. Yeah. Travis Strikes Again has such an amazing soundtrack. I just can't get over it. Like, I forgot. This is something I've just noticed going back to like these games, is that like I did not appreciate how good these soundtracks actually are when I first played them. Like when I first played the first one, I liked the jingle, right? Da 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 da. Like I love that, but like not really a whole lot else. And I like Philistine, obviously. Margaret is best girl. But yeah, I'm realizing more and more as I'm like going back and thinking about it. Like I love the OST for like all these games. They are amazing soundtracks. Love them. Oh, what? No! I wanted to listen to that. Press F to pay respects.
Let's go to the next slide.
もう皆さんご存知の通り、シリアスムーンライトというゲームを遊ぶんですけども、入手するんですけども、実際遊ぶと
Serious Moonlight. Oh yeah, is he actually going to talk about Shadows of the Dam? Shadows of the Dam.
So you guys know in Serious Moonlight, you're playing this and another game pops up, and we'll kind of see that moving out. So let's start with the PB.
Yeah, finally. Yeah. I desperately want to hear this. Yeah. This Twitch chat is just going to blow up with people shitting on EA, and it is going to be great. Yeah, I love Shadows of the Damned. It's so cool. Like, I love everything about this game. It's so good. Garcia, they got the voice actors back and everything. Garcia, oh man. And I desperately want to play this game again. I need to. Did I get it out of storage? I think I did. I don't think I did. Did I? I need to. Because I really like this game. Johnson. Damn Dark Knight.
Oh, thank you.
That's so cool. So cool. I love it.
これは皆さん実は発売までずっと隠していて遊んでもらった方が多分気づいたと思うんですけども、僕らが昔 EA と一緒に作ったシャドウ・オブ・ザ・ダムドの、続編というイメージで、ダムド・ダークナイト、ガルシアが登場して、ジョンソンがレイトハートとして登場する、そういった、ゲームになりました。
So we were hiding this up until the game came out, but a lot of you who played it probably noticed this definitely has a callback to the game that I made, Shadow of the Damned, and Johnson, yeah. So
he owns the IP for that, but not Lollipop Chainsaw. I don't understand how that works.
今の映像実は、実装されているものとちょっと違う。
Because again, I would have loved to see Juliet and Travis Strikes Again.
ジョンソンの銃が飛んだ時に手首も一緒についてるんですよね。ガルシアが食いちぎって飛ばしたっていう表現なんですけども、ちょっと任天堂さんの方から手首はちぎらないでほしいなって言われたので、実装版ではちょっと変えました。
So what you saw here too was a director's cut version, and we were talking when it was coming out. Initially, Nintendo was like, maybe, like you notice when the gun fell off, right? Like his hand was attached to it. Like initially he bites it off, and Nintendo's like, maybe cut back on that. We don't, maybe no.
そうだよねと思って。
And he's like, yeah, I guess.
よかった、ちょっとお披露目できてよかったね。
So I'm glad I was able to show you guys here.
Thank you.
Well, so we've seen a lot of the success because it's been such a long career. It's been amazing.
Success.
I have to ask this question. Throughout your over 25-year career, what was one moment that you felt was extremely challenging that you had to persevere through?
いろんな成功の話は、やっぱりされるんですけれども、菅さんの25年の、経験の中で、やっぱりチャレンジだったのは何でしょう？一番チャレンジだったのは何でしょう？
難しいな。
Hard question.
一番のチャレンジ？
The hardest challenge I had, or like?
難しいな。
一番ではなくてもいいですよ。チャレンジだったこと。
2番目？
number two? You're not number one, number two.
いや、たくさんチャレンジ、毎回チャレンジはあるんですけども、難しいな、どれ。ごめんね。じゃあ、そのmoment、ちょっとシンキングタイムね。シンキングタイム。難しいな。いや、難しい、ね。
Yeah, the thing about like the Killer 7 thing, or Juliet Starling not being in, it's bizarre because Killer 7 is owned by Capcom 2, and that made it in. I don't know. Suda's generally partnered with other publishers. I don't understand what makes Juliet so different. What makes her
Everyone's
super
trying to,
special?
like, debating whether to tell you like a cool thing or like a funny thing. Like,
I mean, I guess out of everyone, I'm glad it's her, but like not having her is like noticeable.
They're like both. You guys
What
are
do you
no
say?
help whatsoever.
よくお願いします。OK。まあ、ファニーか。いや、まあ、一番じゃねえじゃん。毎回やっぱりそのオフィスに行くと、どうしても、トイレが、大きい方のトイレが行きたいんですけども、うちのトイレ、1個しかないんですよね。で、毎回スタッフが入ってるんですよ。いかにスタッフが出た時にすぐに入らないと、また入られちゃうから、それが本当毎日のチャレンジ、デイリーのチャレンジになってます、オフィスで。
so every day I go to the office, and every time I'm like, man, I really gotta go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom, and somebody's in there already.
Oh
And then,
no.
like, if I look away
The
for a second, I
worst.
back up. Like the second somebody leaves, somebody else goes in, and I can never get in there.
特に午前中が混んでるんだよね、すごく。
Like always, the mornings are the worst. Like,
They
seriously.
Suda having it. Oh man.
Morning is a war for the bathroom.
sorry ごめんね。
Sorry, that was yeah,
でも本当リアルストーリーなんで、これね。
real story. That was true facts.
残り10分残り10分
Looks like we have 10 minutes left.
わお
10 minutes
発
left.
表しないとね、もうそろそ
Has
ろ。
it really been that long?
I guess we have to like go on to the announcement now, eh?
Okay, announcement time. Announcement. Let's go. This is what we've been waiting for. Announcement.
60分のマークに近づくんですけど、90分もあるんですよ。
OK。そうだね。じゃあ、まずは発表しましょう。
じゃあ、OK, yeah, we'll move on right to the announcement though. Just
じゃあ、ちょっとさっきのシートの続きから、なんとなくバーっとちょっと喋りつつ発表できたいと思うんですけども。
So we'll kind of like move really quickly through the remaining slides and then get to the announcement.
まあ、これは CIA。
Oh wow. They didn't plan this at all. The CIA said.
エンディングになります。
So this is CA, the final stage, and once you clear this, you get to the end of the game.
で、キラーマラソン、これが DLC
Killer marathons.
ですね。
Yep. Interesting. Okay. Announcement. What is this announcement? What is this announcement? I'm so hyped. What is it?
ちょっとこれディレクターズカット版あるんだけど、ちょっと割愛しましょうか。ね。いいかな、はい。
Adventure part, ramen and others, collaboration.
So hold on, wait, go back.
Oh man, I wanted to talk about the collabs. Come on.
OK、ラーメン。
Okay, let's talk
いい
about
か
ramen.
ラーメン。いや、ラーメン食べてくれたかな
Has everybody here eaten ramen? Do you guys like eating ramen?
?OK、ありがとう。
I have never tried ramen.
ラーメンみんなで紹介できて嬉しいです。そこに来たらね、本当たくさんのラーメン。
I don't know, man. I don't want to go to like a Japanese restaurant and be like, yeah, I want to have ramen, just like Naruto. Like, just
ありがとう。
I don't want to be that guy. Okay.
今回はまあインディーゲームとたくさんのコラボレーションをして、トラビスがたくさんの T シャツを着ました。はい、
So in game, we are able to do a collaboration with a lot of indie titles.
Yeah, yep.
They appear as T-shirts in game, so that was awesome.
まあ本当パックスいったら。
Ah, yes. I don't see an Undertale shirt. Base Suda. It shouldn't have been in the game to begin with, but
本当たくさんのゲームがお送りしてくれて
at least if that didn't make its way to a slide. Yeah, what is here? Riots. I can't make out the logos. Really.
いくつかビッグなタイトルも
Uh,
実装する予定だったんですけども、なかなかそれもいくつかの問
is that
題
a Wind Waker shirt? I don't remember that being in there. I remember the Majora's Mask one.
今回コラボしてくれて本当に嬉しかったです。
So a lot of these collaborations, I'd go to PAX and I'd kind of run into like a game creator and be like, hey, you want to work together? They'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? And I was able to get a lot of the collaborations just kind of through that. But there were also a bunch of problems with the kind of contractual obligations that came up, especially with the bigger titles that we wanted to work with. So there was a lot more that we approached really positively, but in the end, things didn't quite work out. But I'm glad. I think it went well. I'm really happy everything happened.
Oh, there's a Yake shirt, a Y2K shirt in there. That's hilarious. I guess like everyone was being allowed in.
They're like, yeah, just use anything. Like, why not, man? Just. So I really liked it. They're pretty sweet.
はい。じゃあね、ハルト、次発表します。次のシートが発表になります。
All right, the next sheet is our announcement. So let's go.
All right, what is it? What is it? What's the announcement?
You guys get way more excited about this.
そんなに。
Yes, I'm super. I can't. Come on, I'm excited. Okay, I tuned in to watch this.
どうぞ。じゃあ行きましょうか。じゃあ発表しましょう。
All right, let's do it.
OK。来ました。
Oh no, no, that's no announcement. Come on, I tuned in for this. Oh no, more.
移植します。
So this is our first ever announcement. This is the first time we're revealing this. And Travis Strikes Again No More Heroes will be on PlayStation 4 and the PC.
So salty. So salty. Come on. That's not what anybody wanted.
That's a big announcement. They're excited about that.
これ結構ビッグな発表じゃないですか。
Yeah, ビッグな発表。どう
What do you guys think? What do you guys like?
You guys excited?
No, I'm pissed. I am angry.
Okay.
I can't think of anything he could have done to disappoint me more than that. I just, man.
Be available on Steam, which means you guys are going to go and own it on like every possible platform at this point. So
no Xbox One. Yeah, fuck you if you're an Xbox owner.
All right. So we asked the hard question. And you know what? Before I ask,
that was his announcement. Really, a fucking port.
What is so far to date? What is the moment you think about throughout your
I am so angry.
That makes you the happiest when you think of your career in video games and creating all these games and creating Travis and creating all these characters and storylines? Which one makes you the happiest?
前は難しい質問を聞いたんですけども、今回はやっぱり長年この仕事をやっていて一番幸せな経験はどうでしたか？何でしたか？今振り返ってこれ良かったなーって思ったところは何ですか？
いや最初にやっぱり作ったゲームが発売してお店に見に行くんですね。ゲームショップに見に行った。その時に目の前で自分が作ったゲームを買ってレジに行った姿を見た時にすごく嬉しくて。
I don't even know why they bothered, right? Like, what's the point?
Probably for me, it would be the first time I released a game, and I went to a game store, and you saw it lined up there on like the shelves, and right in front of my eyes, somebody came up and they picked it up and they went to buy it, and I was like, yes! Oh man, I want to pay for it for you! Right? I'll never forget that moment.
All right, so just we fielded a little bit since the beginning, but I just want to ask. I made one question into two now. What is the one piece of advice that you would give everyone in this room? Life, video game, whatever you want it to be. The one piece of advice you want everyone to leave it with.
みんなで伝えたい一つのアドバイスあります？人生のでもいいし、ゲームクリエイターとしてでもいいし。
I don't know. I would have been fine with ports for like the Switch of old games, but like, yeah.
した経験っていうものはすごく生かされると思いますし、あとは僕の場合すごく背伸びをしましたね、若い頃に。自分の好きなものだけじゃなくて、自分の興味のないものもすごく探ってみたりとか、なんていうんだろう、例えばパッと目にした単管系のミニシアターでやってる映画も飛び込めてみたりとか、もうそこからその。
I guess the big announcement was supposed to be towards E3. I just.
あと本屋に行って写真集。
Why would he foreshadow it?
ジャケットっていうのかな。表紙だけ見て買ってみたりとか、そこからでも知識がどんどん広がっていくので。
Don't they know that like this annoys people? Just like you don't say that like yeah we're going to make a big announcement and then don't. I just.
Probably the one piece of advice I would give is throughout my career, before I started my career as a game creator, I had a lot of different experiences.
Oh yeah, it's raining. Yeah, even the weather is like.
Before that, when I was younger.
Say yeah, this was disappointing. Okay, it's like fuck this. The sun can hide behind a bunch of clouds. Water will fall down on your head. That is how I feel right now.
Just the things I like. I didn't just go for the things.
Terrible. Terrible.
Random book, like, hey, this cover looks cool, I'll buy that. And then, like, I might not like what was inside of it, but it helped me expand my mind just by doing all these different things. And I know now, right now, we're in the age of the internet, and you can just Google everything to find everything you want. But I think there's still value in kind of going in person, like picking something up and doing it, or taking part in an activity or reading a book and just experiencing that. So I think that would be my advice for everybody.
Thank you.
All right, Suda-san.
Yeah. This entire conference was for people who have
super important. So, throughout your illustrious career, over 25 years of experience in gaming and game development, and being part of the community, and being a voice and being a legend in this.
It's not even like that we didn't want ports, but we wanted ports to come to Switch, not like the one Switch game to come to other kids. Like, how hard is this? Like, if you're going to make ports, make a bunch of different ports for a bunch of different consoles. Like, Shadows of the Dam, where is the switch port? Like, No More Heroes, where are the switch ports? What? I just Moonlight Syndrome, Killer 7, Flower Sun Rain, like where are the switch versions?
I like pineapple.
Okay. Pineapple.
Yeah, I like pineapple too.
There you go.
I like. 大好きだね。Yeah.
Now, personally,
First of all, let's say
I guess we'll be seeing more at E3. He already said that like the big announcement is going to come at E3, so hopefully that'll be Nintendo related. I don't know, man.
What are your plans after this? By the way, dude, what are your plans after this? He wants to know. What are your plans?
My plans after this?
And they just announced these ports. I don't think anybody would have cared. The game was getting ported if they didn't make like such a big deal about it, like or like stating that they were going to make like a major announcement. That is not a major announcement.
He would love to stay and take photos with everyone. There's just not enough time. But for those of you that were here last year, if Suda's okay with it, we'll do the same thing we did. We'll take a photo with everybody in the background, and we'll take like a 15-second video. That way we'll post it online. Everybody can get the photo and be in it. But I need you guys to really show one time, show your appreciation. Let's get some Suda.
So yeah, pretty interesting interview. I enjoyed myself, except for the reason I tuned in to begin with. I feel downright con. Just very, very disappointing. Yeah, not impressed with that kind of port. They could have done something anything better. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, very, very disappointed in that announcement, or that non-announcement, I should say. Like, I don't know. I'm still waiting for that.
There we go.
Oops.
Okay.
Oh, the back.
ハリウッド E3 行く ?E3 に行く
何が
?E3 ハリウッド E3 に行くから。
Yes, I will be. Oh, that's right. We forgot that. So you're going as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, guys, who's going to E3?
Yep. I wish.
Anybody going to E3?
No, I think E3's dead.
I'm just saying, because Suda, you may have something that you're going to announce.
Oh no, they're doing it. They're announcing the announcement.
ひょっとしたら何かあるかもしれないからみんな注目してね。
Okay, it's back on. So yeah, I'm going to be going to E3 this year, and I can't say anything now, but there might be a bit of an announcement there. So.
Oh come on! They did it! The announcement of an announcement. They pulled an Atlas. No, Suda, what are you doing? Oh, no. No way. No way.
Make some noise for Suda-san. Thank you so much for coming out. FOMOCon 2019.
Thank you. ありがとう Thank you ありがとうね Thank you みんなバイバイみんな気をつけて帰ってね
Bye, see you guys at E3, baby.
飲みすぎないでみんな大丈夫ね今日で飲みすぎないで
All right, Suda, one last selfie.
Okay, yeah.
Dude, that's another E3. I'm so angry.
We got it.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you. 嬉しい、ありがとう。Yeah? 何トラビスじゃん。
Man. So he announced an announcement that he had already announced. What is with this announcement? I'm so sick of this. Okay, I am just so sick of this happening. I have a deep-seated disdain for this. Like, if you're not going to make an announcement or make a proper reveal, like, then don't talk about it. Why do they feel the need to come out here and talk about, like, we're going to announce something at this show, and then, like, go ahead and announce, like, that they're going to be the E3, which we all kind of already knew. Like, from an announcement standpoint, a complete waste of time. It's great listening to Suda. He's a great talent to talk to. I really respect him a lot. But man, that is just, I hate that. That is the worst. Yeah, they tried to, they got me to watch it. I don't know. Like, I guess I shouldn't believe that next time. I guess next time they try to meme me into watching an interview, like, ostensibly for an announcement. I'm going to just, like, do other things because, man, that was probably a waste of my time because I wanted to stream it for the announcement, right? I was expecting something somewhat worthwhile, something that would be, like, interesting for Travis Strikes Again fans. But instead, we got something we've already seen before. So angry, so disappointed. Yeah. I like this behind the scenes stuff. I like talking about the game. I actually do watching this. I do not know a lot about the development behind No More Heroes, which is kind of weird considering how much I love the game. Maybe I'll look up on that sometime. This got me kind of interested into looking into that a bit more. Maybe I'll buy an art book or something. Do they have one? Suda51. I don't think so. Oh, Japanese edition. They have so many Japanese exclusive stuff. Okay. Whew, man. Disappointing. Well, anyway, hopefully we'll get something more interesting this E3.